Bonsoir. As they say in my country, Joyeux Noël et bonne année. That means Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Do you all know who I am? That's right. I am Father Christmas, Le Père Noël. I am the good spirit of the season. And it is a joy for me to see that you all are in such good spirits. Now, I have another question for you. Have any of you, or your petits-enfants, ever written a letter to my friend Santa Claus in the North Pole? Huh? You big people, you can admit this too. Well, in France, when a child writes a letter to me, Père Noël, and puts a return address on the envelope, the French government pays the postage on my reply. Not bad, huh? I get so many letters. I would like to share with you one of my favorites. It's from a lovely little girl named Babette, who lives on a farm with her old Uncle Louis and her big brother Francois near Les Baux in the mountains of Provence. Her letter will give you a bit of the flavor of the holiday season in France. Écoutez, listen. Dear Père Noël, even though my big brother Francois says that Christmas is for babies, I am looking forward to la veille du petit Jésus and a visit from you. Well, of course she is. The watch night, that's Christmas Eve, is a magical evening when my family and I sit in front of the fire, sipping hot cider, and Uncle Louis tells the story of the birth of the baby Jésus. She goes on to say that her brother Francois teases her about all of this. That Francois, he does not believe in Christmas. He does not even believe in Père Noël. But for me, nothing can surpass the magic of the watch night and the fragile beauty of a child's face on Christmas morning. Alors, a few days before Christmas, Uncle Louis secretly decorated the tree, and Francois helped Babette to set up the crèche. Do you all know this word, crèche? That's right, it's the nativity scene, one of the most important symbols of Christmas to the French. Even though it was invented by an Italian, Saint Francis of Assisi, but he's okay too. Now, you know these little figures you place in the crèche? Mary, Joseph, the wise men, the little drummer boy? Well, in Provence, where Babette comes from, the nativity also includes people from your village. The baker, the priest, little figures carved in clay called santons, or little saints. And this year for Christmas, it was Babette's wish that I bring her yet another santon for the crèche, to place in the manger as though it were going to worship the baby Jésus. It's a very nice custom, no? This year, Babette was finally old enough to go to midnight mass with her Uncle Louis. It was so beautiful, as Uncle Louis carried a newborn lamb to the priest to symbolize the Lamb of God, then put it in a cart so that Babette could pull it around the church for everyone to see, while shepherds played flutes and drums. After Mass, they returned home for le réveillon, the big supper. Who likes to eat at Christmas time, eh? Who likes to eat all the time? Well, the French are certainly no different. For le réveillon, Babette had roast goose, pâté de foie gras, les fromages. Oh, les fromages sounds very fancy, no? It means cheese. Oh, and for dessert, bûche de Noël, a cake shaped like the Yule log. Even Francois likes that one. Magnifique. And then Babette placed the santon of the baby Jésus into the crèche. Enfin, the last thing Babette did before she went to bed was to lay out her shoes so that I could fill them with treats and goodies. And now, this year, Babette was a little, how do you say, devilish. This was the shoe she placed by the hearth with her name on it. Huh? If this is Babette's shoe, then she is a grand pied A Bigfoot, no? Mon Dieu. The next day, Christmas morning, Babette jumped out of bed, rubbed her eyes, and woke her brother Francois so that he could go with her to see what I had left for them under the tree. Only Francois, he takes his time. He does not believe in Christmas. He does not believe in Père Noël, remember? But when the children get to the tree, they discover an amazing thing. 3 new santons for the crèche, just like my little friend wished. Only one of them is carved to look just like old Uncle Louis. Another, like the doubting Francois. And a third looks just like the sweet Babette herself. She concludes her letter with, "So you can see, I think Christmas is a very magical day. I'll take a Christmas tree, santons, and you, Père Noël, love, Babette." Isn't that sweet? And that, mes amis, is a taste of a French Christmas through the eyes of a delightful child. A sneaky one, but a delightful one nonetheless. Oh, and do you know, I have received only today a letter from guess who? That's right, Francois. So I think he believes in Père Noël just a little bit. Oh, he was very high-tech with his letter, though. He emailed it. Oh, mon Dieu. So how about you, mes amis? Do you believe in Christmas? Yes. Do you believe in Père Noël? Yes. Then let me hear you say Merry Christmas in my language. It's Joyeux Noël. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Joyeux Noël. Oh, music to Père Noël's ears. Merci, au revoir, and Joyeux Noël, everyone. Merci beaucoup. I have time for some pictures right here. If you would like, please step up.
I got a picture. Get it loud.